I don't normally do monthly empties videos. Instead, I like to accumulate products in a large basket for a few months, and then once I have enough products that I have opinions about, that's when I like to share it with you all. So today I have quite a few products, a lot of skincare, a body care item, as well as some makeup. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with skincare, and the first product I used up is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Instant Oatmeal Mask. And this is a 10-minute mask that I like to use once or twice a week, and really this is the product that has saved my skin this winter. On days that I use it, I just notice a little bit of glow to my skin, and my skin just feels so much more nourished and moisturized. So I have completely gone through this bottle and I have already repurchased. Moving into my Paula's Choice skincare, I used up the Resist BHA 9, and I have a full video review of this. I like to use this as my absolute last step in my evening skincare routine, and I will use this as a spot treatment anywhere that I have clogged pores. And this is the second vial that I went through, and I have really enjoyed this product. However, since I've been using the newer BHA 4% foam, I haven't needed this as much, and I just think the foam is working really well for me, so I'm not having a lot of clogged pores. And I just like the delivery system of the foam a little bit better. I like how quickly it sinks into my skin. So that has been working great for me. So as of right now, I don't think I'll be repurchasing the BHA 9. Next, I have the Resist C15 Super Booster, which is a 15% vitamin C. And I like to use this in the morning mixed in with my serum, and then I will go in with my SPF. And in the evenings, I mix a few drops directly into my evening moisturizer. And I had a bottle of this and used it up, and then I think there was about 3 or 4 weeks, and I was waiting because I had asked for this for my birthday. And when I started using it again, my favorite thing about this product is just the overall brightening I see to my skin, and it just makes my skin tone look brighter and more even. So I am glad to be back to using this. I have tried quite a few of the different Paula's Choice sunscreens, and I think I've decided my favorite is the Hydralight Shine Free Daily Mineral Complex SPF 30. And one of the main reasons I like this so much is that I can take it up into this area and I experience no irritation or burning. So if you have more sensitive skin, I really think mineral sunscreen is the way to go. And then I also think that this sunscreen in particular plays really nicely underneath makeup. The texture is really nice, it sinks in, and it doesn't make me too shiny throughout the day, so I have already repurchased another bottle of this. In the past couple of months, I've used up 2 different eye makeup removers. The first being the Paula's Choice Gentle Touch Eye Makeup Remover, and then the Bobbi Brown Instant Long Wear Makeup Remover. And if these were both the exact same price, I would recommend the Bobbi Brown every day. Unfortunately, the Bobbi Brown is $25, and I think the Paula's Choice is around $14. So while I do like the Bobbi Brown better, I'm not sure if it's almost double the price better, if that makes sense. I think if you use a moderate amount of eye makeup, the Paula's Choice is a really nice option, and I can see why that has such good reviews on the website. However, I like to use the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner and multiple coats of mascara and eyeshadow. So the Bobbi Brown just takes no effort. I will put it on one of the cotton squares and just lay it over my eye, wait a few seconds, and then just gently with one wipe down, just all the makeup disappears. So that has worked out beautifully for me, and I have repurchased the Bobbi Brown. I've used up quite a few containers of the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil, and this is a super nourishing body butter, and I love the texture. Really lightweight and whipped, just sinks in immediately to the skin and gives long-lasting moisture. And this was in my best of 2013 beauty products, so it is a huge favorite. But if you follow me on Facebook or read my blog, you know I just finished reading the book No More Dirty Looks, which is all about ingredients in your skincare, body care, and makeup. So I'm just trying to be a little bit better and do more research for ingredients. And as I've been reading these books and blog posts, one thing that comes quite frequently is the dangers of fragrance in your body care products. So me personally, that is one of my goals for 2014, is to remove fragrance body care products. And I don't really have a problem with my skincare. Most of my skincare is fragrance free, but my body lotions, body washes, they have a ton of fragrance. Even my Lush products, which is just me not paying attention, but my Rose Argan body conditioner has fragrance to it. So as I use up those products, I'm going to be replacing them with fragrance free options. So I will keep you updated as I work on that goal. I used up the Bumble BB Thickening Dryspun Finish Spray, and I believe this was in my November favorites video, and I really like this product. And I like it because it gives my fine, thin hair some texture, and it makes it so I don't have to tease my hair to get a little bit more volume. So today I put some waves in with a small curling iron, and then once I was done, I just pulled up my hair and sprayed this in, and it does give a really nice airy texture without weighing my hair down. So I have been using that, and I've also been using the Oribe version, which is called the Dry Texturizing Spray. And I found this little purse-sized container online and ordered it. This stuff is no joke. It gives me a lot more texture than the Bumble version. It makes my hair like huge, like lion mane huge, which I really like some days. But I will say if I use this in the morning, even by that night, my hair just feels like there's a lot of product in it and like I want to wash it out. So I like to go every other day with washing my hair. And when I use the Oribe, I definitely feel the need to wash it out the next morning. So while I do like the effect that this gives, this to me is more of a special occasion product, whereas the Bumble is something that I feel like I can use every day and still go every other day in between washings. And that might be because my hair is so thin. So I think if you have a thicker textured hair, the Oribe might work great for you. But if you have thin hair like me, I would probably recommend the Bumble. I'm gonna finish out the video with some makeup products. And the first thing I have is the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer. And when this first came out, I felt like I was in the minority because I really liked it. As someone with oily skin, I can just sometimes experience my makeup disappearing throughout the day. But when I used this primer, I just felt like everything was in place. However, this does nothing to control oil. I get just as oily as if I use this or not. And it doesn't really do much to mask the appearance of pores. So I can see why some people weren't that enthused. But for me, I made sure to keep both caps, and I never experienced it drying out, and I even used a Q-tip to really dig down and get all the product. So I haven't needed this since my skin has gotten drier in the winter. My makeup tends to last better, but this is definitely a product I would consider repurchasing once we get back into the warmer months. Next, I have a huge favorite, and this is the Diorskin Nude BB Cream. And I originally got a sample of this from Sephora, and I loved how it went on and blended in the color match, but it disappeared off my skin in just a few hours. So then I started pairing it with that Benefit primer, and that was a great combination. This lasted all throughout the day, so I went and got the full size. This has a great amount of coverage for a BB cream, and also the finish on the skin is just natural and beautiful. Probably my favorite thing about this product is the color match. I have it in shade 001, and the color match was beautiful. So this was probably my most worn base out of 2013, and I really liked it and I would recommend it. I think I am gonna try something else, another lightweight foundation, just so I can have something new to review and show you all. Today I'm wearing a sample of the Kjaer Weis Cream Foundation, which is a luxury, more natural brand, and I wore it the day before and I really have been liking it. So now that I've used up this, I think I'm gonna tell myself if I can use up one more foundation, then I'll buy the Kjaer Weis. I have two eyebrow products, and both of these made it into my best of 2013 video. The first is what I'm wearing today, and that is the MAC Lingering Brow Pencil. I love the color of this. I love how tiny it is, and it just draws on perfectly. And then the next thing I have is the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I have it in the light to medium shade. And the Benefit is what I use during the week. It's just a really quick grab and go product. It gives me some color and shape to my eyebrows, also keeps them in place. So Lingering is what I use when I want a little bit more definition, a little bit thicker of a brow, and the Benefit is what I like when I'm just running out the door to work. I finished up two mascaras. First, I have the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara, and this is an amazing mascara for the price. I usually find this at Walgreens, and it gives such a beautiful, full, voluminous look. So I always like to have one of these in my makeup drawers, and I think this is my third or fourth tube of it. Next, I have the YSL Babydoll, and I purchased this back in November when there was the VIB sale. And this does give a very dramatic look to my lashes, but by the end of the day, I just feel like my lashes look a little bit wilted, like they've had this very heavy product on them and they just can't hardly hold up anymore, and it feels so good to wash this off at night. So while I liked the look that this gave my lashes in the morning, I don't think I would repurchase the YSL. The last product I have is unfortunately one I wasn't able to completely use up before it started going bad, and that is the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I do feel like I got my money's worth. It is still creamy and I used up a lot of the product. However, I think it was in November, it just started smelling a little bit off, so I stopped using it. And in its place, I've been using the Maybelline Matte Color Tattoo. I love products like this. If you have kind of any discoloration or veining on your lid, it's really nice to have a nude eyeshadow base just to create a pretty blank canvas. And I'll do this on days I don't want to use any makeup, any eye makeup, or if I just want to use really light eyeshadow. This is a great base. So I'm using the Maybelline one for now, but I would consider repurchasing the MAC Painterly Paint Pot in the future. So these are some of the products that I have used up in the past few months, and I hope it was helpful to hear my thoughts about it and to see if I would repurchase. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.